Hi, second graders. This is my dad, and he's going to be reading you aloud a story today.
Okay, it's Wyatt's first whitetail. Wyatt rushes home from school as quickly as he can. Today is the day his grandpa has taken him deer hunting for the very first time. Since hunting requires a lot of responsibility, Wyatt had to prove to his parents and his grandpa that he was ready. He did this by taking good care of his dog, completing his hunter safety course, and practicing gun safety. Wyatt runs to his room and quickly puts on his camouflage pants, jacket, and boots. He grabs his binoculars and hat and dashes to the front yard to find his grandpa waiting for him. "I'm ready to go, Grandpa," exclaims Wyatt. "Not quite," replies Grandpa. "You forgot your orange hunting vest. It's very important you wear orange in the woods so other hunters don't mistake you for an animal." "Oh yeah," says Wyatt. He darts back into the house and grabs his orange vest. Now he's ready to go. Looks like they're pretty happy. Grandpa loads Wyatt's gun case safely into his truck. They climb in and head into the woods. After a short drive, they reach one of Grandpa's favorite hunting spots. Grandpa hands Wyatt his gun and watches over him carefully as he loads it. "Make sure the safety is on and remember always to point the muzzle at the ground," Grandpa reminds him. "Okay, we're ready to hunt," Grandpa says with a smile. "Remember to be as quiet as you can while we watch so that we don't scare any deer away. Let's go." There they go off into the woods. After walking for a short time, Wyatt looks at his right and spots a deer. "Grandpa, there's a deer," Wyatt whispers excited. "It's huge. Let's go get it." "Hold on," Wyatt replies. "Grandpa, that is a nice buck, but we have to let it go. See the fence between the buck and us? It's on somebody else's property and we don't have permission to hunt there." Wyatt is disappointed but knows how important it is to follow the rules, so they keep walking. Soon they come to a pretty creek lined with trees. "This is a good spot," says Grandpa. "We'll sit right here with wind blowing toward us so that it won't scare your scent to the deer and scare them away." They sit and sit some more. At first, Wyatt is excited. He keeps his eyes peeled for any sign of deer, but as time drags on, he gets bored and begins playing with this ant that is crawling on his boot. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, Wyatt sees a flash of red. He looks up and sees a fox walking near the creek. "Grandpa, there's a fox," Wyatt whispers as he points to the creek. "Can I shoot it?" "No, Wyatt," Grandpa replies. "We only have a deer tag, and it's not right to kill animals that you don't have a tag for. Plus, firing a gun would scare any deer away that might be close." Wyatt enjoys watching the fox as it gets a drink and runs back into the trees. Wyatt's grandpa taps him on the shoulder and points to the line of trees on the other side of the creek. A doe is walking out of the trees, and more are following her. They watch the doe after it emerges from the trees, and finally a buck steps out. It's not as big as the buck they saw earlier today, but it's beautiful. Wyatt decides that this is his buck. He looks at his grandpa to make sure it's okay to shoot. His grandpa gives him a thumbs up. Wyatt's hands shake a little as he raises his gun and takes his safety off. He tries to stay calm as he finds the buck through his scope. He aims at the spot behind his shoulder blade and takes a deep breath and slowly exhales and squeezes the trigger. Bang! Wyatt sees the buck jump and run into the trees. He leaps up and starts to follow, but his grandpa stops him. "Slow down, pal. You made a great shot. Let's give the buck some time. If we scare him, he'll just run further." They only wait a few minutes, but to Wyatt it seems like a lifetime. Finally, Grandpa says, "Okay, let's go find it." They begin walking and find the buck a few dozen yards into the trees. Wyatt sees that the buck is dead and suddenly feels overwhelmed with emotions, excitement from the hunt and pride in his shot, and sadness that the beautiful animal is dead. Wyatt says a silent thank you to the buck for giving his life to feed him and his family, then looks up at his grandpa, who is smiling from ear to ear. "Congratulations, Wyatt," says Grandpa. You took your time, made a great shot. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for taking me hunting, Grandpa, Wyatt replies. This is the best day of my life. A few days later, Wyatt and his grandpa and the rest of his family sit down for dinner, a venison steak from his buck. Wyatt feels proud he was able to provide food for his family. He can't wait to go hunting again. And here you can put a photo of your favorite hunting with your grandfather. Always remember to cherish the memories. Wyatt's first whitetail hunt.
Hunting is one of my dad's favorite things to do. And we even have a cousin named Wyatt who is your guys' age as well, in 2nd grade. Say bye to my dad.
Bye.